Okay, so on this video, we will create a rockstar proposal for your clients. Now, just a caveat to this, the idea that will be shown in this video can be used in general, not only in Upwork, but you can use this on Fiverr. You can use it when you are doing your own freelancing business on the side, independent, on LinkedIn. So this is how I can help you in writing a proposal that will stand out from the competition. This is what I did before, and this is what is being applied by some of my students in e-commerce applying to Upwork. So you might be wondering why some of my students in the past have been getting a lot of clients even though their niche is e-commerce, and then they don't have store like a physical storefront, but they chose the path of becoming a VA. This is how they did it. And like I said, I'm just going to show you some examples, some screenshots on Upwork, but the idea is in general. You can do it anywhere you want, okay? So how to create a stellar proposal. Let's go ahead and do it now. So this is how Upwork looks like at the time of this recording. So this interface might change in the future, but when you do it in Upwork, this is how it looks like. So I pulled up a sample job detail here. So once you have this, you are going to go ahead and click on submit a proposal sa right side of the screen. And then you will be able to see the part here where you can choose whether you'd like to submit it as a freelancer, or if you're under an agency, or if you have like specialized profile. Do you like to use your general profile? Do you like to use your specialized profile? Okay, so that at this time of recording, ganito yung itsura niya. So what you're going to do, like what I did before, you click on submit a proposal. Okay, so ganyan. I just took some screenshots of it. Yan, okay. Now, number one, we are going to read the job description and all the details that the client is looking for. So on this example, this is the job details. So ito siya, looking for a marketer to work 45 hours a day. So click on more so you can read the entire listing. Okay, to know if you are fit and to know that you do the job. Can you complete this assignment for the client? The client is looking for an expert level, it's experienced level. The hourly range that the client is willing to pay is $6 to $10 an hour, less than 30 hours a week, and then approximately 3 to 6 months period for the project length. Now, these are the expertise that the client requested or tagged. You must be skilled with cold calling, phone communication. So basically, this is for telemarketing. Now, remember, like I told you, remember that to read the job description entirely, thoroughly. Okay? Review, ask yourself as you are reading the job description, is this something that is good for me? Syempre, una yon, di ba? Of course, walang question yung you will be helping your client, will you be a good fit for the client as well, you know yourself. But as you are screening all those job descriptions as well on Upwork, on other platform, or even in Fiverr, ask yourself, is this something that I can do? Next, is the job description very detailed, or is the client vague or shady? Remember that I gave you like a different video on how to identify the red flags of a client. You might also want to check the hourly range na binigay ni client. Is it too low for you? Is it too high for you? Is it good enough? And then check which freelancer is she looking for or he is looking for. Anong level? Di ba merong entry level, yung beginners, merong intermediate, merong expert level. So remember, I always suggest that you go with the intermediate level when the client is looking for the job description. So ikaw, as a freelancer, you can always filter it na ang makikita mo lang ng mga clients in Upwork are those people who are looking for the intermediate level, and soon enough, you will become an expert. Nakukuha? Now, after that, you will be placing your bid for the project. So this is sa baba nun, let me just show you. Okay, so in the real example that I have here right now, so you have the proposal settings. So as a freelancer, if you are connected with an agency, what kind of profile are you going to use, 'di ba? Ito yung ginawa natin kanina. Tapos ito yung example ng job detail niya. So this person needs a marketing partner, a white label digital marketing partner. The candidate must know all these in the following fields. Singapore-based projects are good. I just pulled it up randomly, okay? Yan. And then after that, this will be the rate. Later on, we'll be talking about on a separate video the how you bid on a project, hourly or fixed price, what is better for you, ganyan. So after you saw that the client is okay, okay, good, 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 I think I can do this, I think I want this, you are going to now put your bid on the project. The client will see that your profile rate there. You can change this anytime, okay? Walang masama doon, and then you will be given this hourly rate. And remember that there is a 20% Upwork service fee for the first $500 of your um on your account. So click on explain this if you want to know more, and then this is the estimated that you will see because they have a fee nga. Okay, so now you will be placing your bid. Tada! So put ka na magkano yung sa palagay mong bid mo for that client. And then next, this is also where you put your cover letter and then your attachment. See, sa baba nito. Look, medyo maraming questions si client for this one. So this is where you put your cover letter, which we will be talking about in a few minutes. How do you really make a very good proposal that will stand out from everybody? So ayan, so this is how you put your cover letter. So I would suggest na lagay mo muna siya sa Microsoft Word or sa Google Docs, and then after proofreading everything, copy paste in the cover letter. Same with the questions here, and then you have a way to upload your attachment if you have like any portfolio or video that you'd like to send along with your proposal. This is where you will be sending it. So madali lang, di ba? Very very easy yung walkthrough natin. Now, write a winning proposal that looks like you are writing parang copywriting skill that you will need when people are buying from you in your e-commerce space, because that's where I am good at. I have sold a lot of physical products in the past, and people are able to see my ad, and then they check my store, they check the product, and then they went to add to cart, to check out, to buy now. So, in my opinion, in terms of writing a proposal, is the same way with an e-commerce business. How you talk to your clients, because guys, I want you to understand that everything is about marketing. Okay? You are a freelancer. Your job is to market yourself as a freelancer, because it's good that there will come a time, which I know it will happen, that all the clients will be coming in your way without you sending an application or a proposal. There will be abundant um, and huge amount of huge number of clients that will be coming in your way, to the point that you cannot take them anymore, and you will be hiring other people, and you will outsource and expand and become a business. Okay? And all it takes is marketing. Lahat ng ginagawa natin ngayon, writing a proposal, this is another type of marketing. So I am going to show you some of the tips that I can give you based on experience, based on what other people are doing, based on what I see is working, and based on what I have done also in the past. So, present ulit natin. So number one, read the job description. So madali lang yan, no? But sometimes when I say madali lang, okay, sure, it's easy to read the job description, but do you understand? Reading and the comprehension are totally different. Okay, so make sure that you really understood the job description. See if this is something that fits your skills and if the job description makes sense to you. Now, lahat ng tao nagsisimula sa very beginner level ng skill. What I would really highly suggest, before you send your application out there, before you go out there, give yourself 1 to 3 weeks to study. study ano yung pipiliin mo na niche. Choose a niche. You can't be anything and anywhere and everywhere in the freelancing industry. Choose one. Are you going to be in the video animation? Are you going to do proofreading? Are you going to do transcription? Are you going to do e-commerce? Are you going to be a virtual assistant? What kind of VA are you going to be? Are you going to be focusing on SEO, on Google Ads, on Pinterest? Okay? So in order to guide you on that, there are sa Upwork mismo o kahit sa Fiverr, meron ditong mga um, anong tawag dito? Meron ditong mga categories. So what you are going to do is sort from these categories and choose if you still don't know where you're going. Okay, so you can focus on customer service. Maraming mga job posting sa customer service. It never ends. Are you good with data? You do this. Yung mga ganon. Okay, are you good with design? So you focus here. But you cannot be in two places at the same time. Maybe you are good. Like for example, ako, I have acquired a lot of skills in the past. No bragging aside, pero it took me years. Okay, it didn't take me like 1 month and I'm very good at it. It took me many hours of learning and failing and getting experiences. But if you are a beginner, there's no problem with that. But along the way, magkakaroon kasi siya ng parang sanga-sanga, 'di ba? It will branch out. Your skill in digital marketing will branch out. So you already know Facebook ads. It makes sense that when you market to Facebook, you should know how to do it also in Instagram because sister company sila. And the marketing technique that you had there can also be used in YouTube. The way you create your ads here, you know what I mean? But you can't be an expert in a month. Depende kung gaano ka haba yung like hindi ka ba talaga natulog, 'di ba? It's up to you. But my point is focus first on one niche. Okay? That is my advice to you. Like I tell you I'm sorry, medyo magle-lecture lang ako ng konti. Like I tell you in the past, this is me being your coach, being your mentor here. At the end of the day, this is your life, this is your business. If you don't want to take my advice, sure, go ahead, fine. But you enrolled here, and as my advice to you is focus ka muna sa isa bago ka mag-jump sa iba. Pero kung ayaw mong tanggapin yon, let's say, I know, coach, kaya ko to, kaya kong aralin lahat-lahat to, okay, it's up to you. All right. At the end of the day, I'm just here to coach you and to give you advice. You are the player. You're the one who is out there in the field and doing the hustle. Okay, I'm just your guide. I'm just helping you to navigate. But at the end of the day, you are the driver. You control it. Okay. But for me, my advice is choose one niche and then you be good at it. And then you can send an application here. Anything that's related. Look, for example, you will be choosing design and creative. You are going to do photography and art illustration. Kumbaga nasa isang department siya. That's possible. That's very good. Pero from design and creative, tatalon ka sa customer service, medyo magulo, 'di ba? Lalo na kung hindi ka pa sanay. Yun lang naman yun. All I'm asking for you is to be good at something before you jump. But you can definitely show multiple hats. I have that too, and I can relate to that. I understand. But in the beginning, I wasn't that. Many years ago, isa lang yung alam ko. Okay, but as you progress, you will learn. Okay, so nahaba na ng commercial ko. Nasa na nga ako? Ayan, so read the job description, see if it fits you, if the job description makes sense to you. So hanap ka ng mga terms. Kung ikaw ay nandito, which majority of you will be here because you don't know where to go, so find the key terms. So let's say for example in e-commerce, no, or sige, Facebook yung nakatapat sa atin ngayon. There are um, terms here. So I want you to give yourself a few minutes or hour of 1 day or so to sit down and check ano yung mga common terms na ginagamit ng mga nasa e-com space. For example, yan, Zapier, anything that's new to you, anything that's a jargon to you, pay attention to that. Halimbawa, Klaviyo is an email tool. Slack is a communication tool. Google Sheets. Ano yung mga yan? So, halimbawa, nakita mo ulit yung Klaviyo one day, one part of this. ClickBank. Okay? Nakita mo ulit yung ClickBank. Probably that's something that you would want to look at. And go to YouTube, go to Google, and understand the basic of it. You don't need to become an expert agad-agad, but verify and check, is that something, lalo na yung mga tags, so TikTok, social media account setup, automation. Ano yung automation? Google mo, what does it mean? Zapier, ano ba yung Zapier? Right? That's that's something that I would like you to do. Now, study this, pay attention to the terms that are being used here. Ano yung custom ads audience? Okay, what is that? Papansin nyo, puro Google ads, Google, Facebook development, SMA, social media, banner ad design. Okay, so study. Study all these things. And if they don't make sense to you, you make an effort to Google and YouTube it. Okay? I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have, and let's go deep on every niche. That's what I'm planning to do next. Yung mga bagay na alam ko in terms of niching down, I will be happy to help you with that. Okay? So understand, ayan, kagaya niyan, YouTube ad specialist. What does it take to become a YouTube ad specialist? Yung mga YouTube campaign, di ba? Magpalago ng isang YouTube account, ng isang channel, how do you do that? There are trainings for that. Google Analytics. So I hope that you study and check these out. All right. Now let's go back to our slides. So anything that makes sense to you, read it along. Watch out for special questions from the clients that will test if you have read the description up until the end. Case in point, this one. I took a screenshot of this from one of the job descriptions. So, kinapture ko na lang para mabilis. So, hindi na tayo maghahanap ng random posts. So, sabi dito, this is an actual Upwork client. Sabi niya, if you apply for this role, please answer this question in the first line of your response, 10 minus 6. Okay? So, pag na-miss mo to, at hindi mo nasagot kung ilan yung 10 minus 6 on the very first line of your response, di ba sabi niya, if you apply for this role, please answer this question in the very first line. Do you know why? Kasi papakita ko sa inyo mamaya, may headline si client doon na makikita niya agad yung first sentence na binato mo doon sa proposal. And if you miss this, out ka na agad. Okay? Simply because hindi mo naintindihan, hindi mo nabasa yung part na to. So that is how some clients do this, especially yung mga matatagal na sa mga freelance marketplaces. They know how to filter people. And if you miss this, there is 100% that you did not read. Okay? So out ka na. So be very careful with that. Mamaya kapag may time pa tayo, hanap tayo ng mga proposals na ganyan. Ito, mahaba yung ano naman nito. May mga follow-up questions naman siya. Yeah, so those are trick questions. You watch out for that, and you cannot miss that. Okay, crucial that you do not miss that. All right, number 2. Usog ko lang ng konti sa gitna. Ayan, take time to research. Never copy and paste your response. Make sure that your letter is unique. Palagi kong sinasabi to, there are many videos that I created on this course that I tell you, you have to be unique. No canned response. Can you promise me that as my student? No matter how tempted you are, like, coach, pagod na ako. I've been up for how many hours and I found this na matutulog na ako, coach. Matutulog na ako pero nakita ko pa rin yung client na to. So gusto kong applyan pero pwede bang canned response? No. Okay? That is a non-negotiable for us here. So take time to research. Anong ibig sabihin yan? You have to be unique on the way you respond. Okay? I think I have a separate video that I will be talking about. I'm gonna give you an example. Teka lang tinitignan ko yung slides ko. Okay, meron akong isa pang video that I will be showing you how I wrote the proposal na anong tawag rito, detailed siya na hindi ko ginamit yung canned response. So how I did it, I'm gonna show it to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna give you the tips on how to create a stellar proposal na naka-template siya. When I say that, it's like your guideline. Okay? So number one, use a pattern interrupt. What does it mean? The client reads a lot of proposals from different freelancers. Hindi ka nag-iisa. Remember, there are some clients that have like 100 proposals. Yeah, but I told you that you should not apply on those na because the chances are very slim already. That's just me, okay? You should apply at least siguro kapag fresh pa yung job description, maybe pag mga 5 to 20 yung proposals. More than that, medyo marami na yung mga nagsisend ng application. And don't worry, there are so many fresh job applications and job postings that are posted every single day, let alone every single hour, because Upwork and Fiverr are, and the rest are 24/7. Hindi lang US ang clients dito. So many clients. So there are people in Singapore or even in the Philippines who are like 12-hour difference and they're posting. So don't worry about that. And like I said, daming mga proposals na dumarating. And it's not only Upwork naman. So later on tuturuan ko kayo kung ano pa yung mga ibang platforms na pwede nyong gamitan. So okay, I've said a lot of commercials on this video. I'm sorry. All right, so the client reads a lot of proposals from different freelancers. You must stand out. Okay, can you say that? You must stand out from the rest, and you must make your first sentence of your proposal eye catchy so that the clients will read your proposals than the rest. We also use this in e-commerce ads. So this is how I derived it. It's a pattern interrupt. Halimbawa, nag-scroll ka sa phone mo, napakarami mong videos, yeah? So scroll sa Facebook, I like this, so natatawa ka, and then suddenly meron kang nakita na video na maganda. It's a unique video at napapost ka, napahinto ka sa pagsuscroll. That's what you call a pattern interrupt. It is interrupting you from doing what you are doing. And then it shows there, oh, maganda yung sapatos, maganda yung makeup, or yung yung accessory sa kotse. Tapos pinapakita sa yung demo kung paano ginagamit. And then at the bottom of it, check out or add to cart in Lazada, in Shopee, or dun mismo sa page. That's you call a pattern interrupt. Same principle that we are going to use in your proposal. So the client is browsing a lot of proposals and then suddenly nakita ka niya, meron ka kasing pattern interrupt. So ano ba yon? Ano ba yung mga ginagamit nating pattern interrupt? To get the attention of the client. Some examples that I can borrow and use. These are some of the things that I got also with HubSpot, with the other vlogs that are show pattern interrupt. So this is not mine, 100% not original. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Okay? So, lahat ng ito, tinuturo din rin to ng mga ibang mga teachers sa social media. Ito, ginagamit to sa phone call. Pwede rin to, no? Kapag ka meron kang mga cold call. Can I steal 27 seconds of your time? Ganyan. Kasi yung, hi, thank you for picking up. My name is the usual. Be iba. Okay? So, I'd like you to read this along. Hindi ko na iisa-isahin. Create your own pattern interrupt. O kaya Google mo, what is a pattern interrupt in terms of sending proposal? Ang dami niyan. Okay? So, these are just examples. Try to be creative and never be afraid to try new things. Especially if the client posts like that on the first time of your proposal. Ano yun? Ano, wala. On the first sentence of your proposal, 10 minus 6. Ayan. Diba? Ito, very, very specific to. Pag sinabi sa'yo ni client, sa unang part ng job, ng cover letter mo, lagay mo 10 minus 6. Yun yung dapat mong ilagay. Okay? Yun na yung magiging pattern interrupt mo doon. Pero kung walang ganyan, halimbawa, wala namang nilagay si client, o kaya sabi ni client, on the first sentence or the first word of your proposal must be London. Type the word London or you do it. Kasi para makita nila kung sino talaga yung nagbasa. Does it make sense? Okay. So ito yung mga examples ng pattern interrupt na ginawa ko dito. Some of the freelancers are using. Now you can use this, okay? And then experiment if these are working for you. If not, try another pattern interrupt. But do something. Be creative about this. Okay? Kasi usually ang sasabihin niyan, hi, my name is ganyan. I'm gonna show it to you later. May mga para-pareho, paulit-ulit yung mga introduction nila. So, you have to stand out. The goal is to stand out from the original boring cover letter introduction that the rest of the freelancers will send to this client. The goal of the pattern interrupt is para maiba ka at makapture mo yung attention ng client at mag-click sila. Kumbaga sa copywriting, yun yung headline mo. Okay? It has to be your headline. What sa email, sa dami ng email na nare-receive natin in a single day, what makes an email stand out and that you will be clicking on that and you will be reading the entire email? It's the headline, di ba? Same thing with the proposal. You must need to have an outstanding, original, not conventional type of cover letter. So, another one, if the client provides his or her name, address with a name. Hi, Mary. Filipinos are very prone to saying hi, ma'am, hi, sir, because lumaki tayong magagalang and we are very respectful. But in the other cultures, people don't say ma'am and sir. In the US, they address with a first name. Diba? First name basis doon. And sometimes, on the other cultures, they're also uncomfortable when you keep on saying, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. It's very uncomfortable with them. You direct it with their names, okay? These are not your bosses anyway. Okay, so what you can do is put their name kapag ka meron silang nilagay na pangalan doon. If you don't, o kaya sa baba, di ba, halimbawa sa mga feedback, you can see the feedback of people. Like for example, Mary is a very good client. Oh, so you know that Mary pala is the person hiring. So you can get that name na. Now, if you're not sure, you would rather say dear hiring manager. Okay, dear client, sure. Okay, pero not hi sir, ma'am. Okay? All right. This is my example of what the client sees on their end. So I hire a few people right at this very recording. I hire people who will do a funnel for me. And ito yung lumabas sa screen ko. Pakita ko sa inyo yung real life. Ito yung client ako as a client. So, ganyan. Meron akong 16 proposals dito. 7 days ago I put this, hindi pa ako nakakapag-hire ngayon because I've been really busy. I might go through this tonight. Okay, so ganito yung itsura niya kapag ikaw yung client. Saan ko ba ilalagay yung mukha ko? Ayan. Ayan, napansin nyo ba? So, Upwork will tell me, ito yung best match for my job. Ayan. So you will see here that this person is $297 yung rate niya, UAE siya galing, 200 plus, okay. So ito sabi niya, hi, how's it going? ClickFunnels and Shopify expert here. I like this, okay. Cover letter, hey, okay. Bulgaria, hi, I have gone through the details. Okay, so mapapansin mo dito na sa umpisa pa lang, eto hindi niya, kumbaga this is the headline. And hindi ko naman nakita yung buong cover letter nila sa akin, right? I only see the first few sentences, the first few words. So what will make you stand out? Kasi kagaya ko, client ako, nagbo-browse ako ng iba't ibang mga funnel experts dito. So what do you think will stand out? Lahat sila best match, sabi ni Upwork, right? So syempre malaki yung laban kung meron kang 100% job success or top rated ka. Pero what if wala, 'di ba? Because you are just a new individual or new freelancer in Upwork. So how do you stand out from the rest? So you can message them, you can hire them, ganyan, and then you can view them. So ito 94% job success, ito 92, ito 100. Ayan, tapos meron siyang member ng agency na to. Ayan. So you see it, this is from the client's standpoint. This is the client's point of view. Ito yung makikita namin kapag ka nag-hire kami ng mga freelancer. So you see 100% job success, top rated siya. Alright? So this is how you do it. But to be honest with you, I'm not using Upwork. Hindi pa. Usually sa Fiverr ako nag-hire ng mga, I don't know, mas naging comfortable ako. Pero that's how you see it from the client's point of view. I hope it makes sense. Okay, For full disclaimer, yung Upwork profile ko has been idle since 2015. I'm just showing this to you because I still know what to do. I'm very familiar with it because I've been guiding freelancers in our community. I PM them, I check with them, sometimes I coach them. Kapag may time ako, wala akong ginagawa, I coach people, sometimes one-on-one, ganyan. Depende sa mood ko. Ha. Baka hanapan niyo ako ng one-on-one coaching. But sometimes it happens like that. So that's why I'm still familiar. Although, my account is idle for many years. Hindi na kasi ako naghahanap ng client. I am a client myself and I have multiple businesses and brands in e-com. Alam nyo yan. So, I'm just showing you, I just pulled up my Upwork account for full disclaimer. I pulled it up because I need to show you how it looks like. Okay? Ayan. So, yun number one natin, pattern interrupt. Number two, ayan, ulit natin ang ating screen. Begin solving the client's problem right away. So this is the most powerful part of it. You have to have a conversation with the client at this point. That's why I keep telling you, don't rush it and don't put a canned response like, okay, throw it all in the wind, tas bahala na kung sino yung kukuha ng proposal doon. Don't do that. Mararamdaman nyo yun ng client, kasi client nga ako di ba? Mararamdaman nyo ng client na this cover letter is addressed to me because you are identifying the concern that I lay down on my job description. Okay? You would know if it's a canned response. So, in the middle of your cover letter, although matagal, but you have to do a research. You need to have a conversation. Can you lay down your plans for the job to be completed in a nutshell? Just give them your plan. Ano yung plano mo when you handle this client? Do some basic research about the client and what it takes to do an excellent work. So a lot of freelancers will be talking about their achievements at this point. I am a top rated. I have worked 5,000 hours on this client. I have been a freelancer since the world began. Sure, that's okay. That will definitely help. Okay lang yon. However, I am showing you a different path on how you can win clients, how you stand out from the rest. Lalo na kung lalaban ka sa mga top rated na matatagal na talaga. Yun yung parang ano nila it's an achievement under their belt. But if you are a newbie without experience, how can you stand out? This is the way. You resolve the client's concern on the cover letter. Okay? Don't tell them how good you are. Don't tell them I have a diploma or I'm a college graduate, or no, it doesn't work that way. You need to convince the client that you are the one fit for the job and how you can help them by providing probably bullet points of what you are going to do. Resolve the problem at this point. What is your plan? Kumbaga para kang kumakandidato. Right? Kapag ako ang nanalo, mga ganyan. Kapag ako ang pinili mo or nanliligaw ka, di ba? If you will choose me, this is what I am going to do. Blah, 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 blah. That's how you do it. Resolve the problem at this point. Give pointers on how you will do it. Give them a little sneak peek of what you can do for them. Remember, they have a problem. And you bragging yourself that I am so good at this. I am the expert. I am the perfect match for you. How? Instead of telling them that you are the one, show them how. How are they going to pick you? Okay? The client doesn't care if you have 10,000 Upwork hours. It helps. Yes, it helps that you are a top rated freelancer because it's proving that you have this strong work ethics. Wala kang pinapalagpas na client. You are very good. That's one point. But I want someone who will work and will do a stellar job. Nothing is more impactful than a client realizing that you are the person that can resolve their need. You are the person from point A to point B that will take them for that. Halimbawa ako, yung ginawa kong proposal na yun, I want someone who will make me a funnel. Of course, I check kung nakagawa na sila ng funnel before. My level is that I'm looking for a freelancer who is almost expert level. I don't care if I will pay extra, but you save me time. Okay, so that's my pain point. I am so busy. I know how to do funnels, pero it takes a lot of time. And I don't have that. That's why I am hiring another person. Same goes with your clients. I can answer phone calls. I can do appointment setting, but I am the CEO. I don't have time. So I hire people. That's how they look at it. Okay? So, syempre, kung low budget si client, okay, medyo willing siyang makipag-negotiate sa mga entry level. Pero kung yung client is someone who's really big na and has the money naman to spend, they choose someone who can resolve their problem. Money is not a problem for them. Okay? So, all I want is I'm giving you the point of view of the client here. I want someone who will be resolving my concern on this level with na mabilis, na efficient, someone who cares for me, someone who I'm comfortable with discussing some private information about my company. That's how you do it. So you show them that. How do you do it? Okay? So, make sure that you research them kung meron silang mga binigay na clues along the way. This can be really time consuming, but we are focusing on quality versus quantity here. Okay? So, ito yung mga example na pwede nyong gamitin na the keywords in doing this. Here's what I would do. Yan. Okay? O kaya here's a breakdown of my 30-day plan. So, si client, nababasa niya yan. Ah, okay. Right? So, I'm not gonna read this all, but lay down your plans. This will make you stand out from all of those sending proposals. Step number 3, attach all your related work in the past, your portfolio, your achievements, and how you resolved a similar case in the past, especially kapag meron ka ng case study. For example, if you're a copywriter, I did this for this client and we sent an email sequence for 5 to 10 days, and after that their revenue has increased from 15% to 35% because they used my sequence. That is an amazing case study. You give it to them. Sample job. Sample things that you did before. Okay? So, ikaw, Facebook ads marketer ka. I tweaked this one. So, I had a consultation with this client. Magkita ka lang ng mga screenshot ng konti. Maybe blur their information and then show them. So this client has this, let's say for example, the client is earning $10,000 a month on this, but they hit a plateau. Parang naggana ng level yung client and they're no longer hitting another benchmark for their account. When they hired me, um from 10,000, I changed the campaign. I tweaked the messaging. We changed the image and the video, and then from ABO to CBO. I'm giving you some some FB terminologies. We did campaign optimization. We optimized everything, and then from 10,000 now they hit a 15,000 mark. That is a great case study. You show that to the client. Coach, wala pa ako niyang lahat ng yan. I understand. You practice. Okay? You will get there. You just need to find that one client. You can offer a free muna, di ba? Free lang, walang masama doon. Wag lang lagi. You can offer one free client. I'd like to just really get myself on the ground, get my feet wet, and I want to have an experience. Yun yung mga tinatawag na OJT, di ba? On the job training. There's nothing wrong with that. Huwag ka lang magpapaabuso na parang kinuha mo na just for the experience, for the sake of experience. And then, you get the feedback, you get the testimonial, you get the portfolio. So, you apply again. That's the trick. Okay, so attach all your related work. You can also cite other people's data. For example, kung wala ka pang data talaga, according to research, 30% of the chatbot users are like this. Or 1 out of 5 entrepreneurs failed by not implementing this system. I'd like to implement this system with you. Ganon. Okay? Ganon yung mga banat dyan. Alright. And then step number 4, give a full summary. So, nag-pattern interrupt ka, right? So, pattern interrupt, binigay mo yung in a sneak peek ano yung plano mo for the client, and then ang step 3 natin, attach your portfolio, and then the step 4 is give a full summary. Remember that this is only a cover letter, diba? Proposal pa lang, hindi mo pa ginagawa yung trabaho. So ano pa lang, sneak peek, patikim pa lang dun sa client to make sure that to make them realize that you are the one. So give a full summary of what you just said and recap of everything that you are going to do for the client. So for example, for a recap, here is what we're going to do week 1, week 2, week 3. Okay? And then step 5, this is very, very important, guys. End your proposal with a call to action and build a sense of urgency. A lot of freelancers are missing this. Ito yung call to action na to sa e-commerce space. This is the buy now. For a limited time, free shipping. Ganyan. Okay? So, ginaya ko lang yung concept na yon at nilipat natin siya sa freelancing because it works so well. And a lot of freelancers are missing this out. So, ano yung mga call to action? Usually, ano yung ginagawa ng mga freelancers? Thank you for reading my cover letter. I hope to hear from you soon. Bye. Ibahin mo yung sayo. When are you available for a strategy call? Diretsyo. Ganun katapang, ganun ka-firm. Right? What's the best time to talk about this project? I am available in the next hour. Remember, di ba, meron tayong trick kanina na dapat iiwan mo yung Upwork desktop mo nang naka-on hanggat maaari para nire-refresh mo siya, yung bagong-bago dun. Usually online yun. Diba? So, if the job has just been posted for like 15 minutes ago and madali lang naman yung, you will get this. You will, magiging expert ka dito habang tumatagal. Just be patient with yourself. You can do this. So, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, yung client, there's a possibility that this person is online. Kagagawa niya lang nung proposal eh. So you can put this, I'm available in the next hour. Are you? Are you available? Let's talk. Ganon. Okay? Kasi most likely guys, yung mga clients sa Upwork, hindi naman yun magsisend ng contract agad-agad. They still filter everyone. They still screen everyone. Even I do. Although si Upwork magbibigay siya sa'yo ng perfect match. Pero chances are pipili mo na siya ng mga 5, best 5. And then, call. O kaya interview. Lalo na kung malaki yung project. Hindi agad-agad yan. Unless meron na silang go-to freelancer na parang repeat customer sila. Pero, for the rest, they will screen. So, you have to put a call to action and build a sense of urgency that I am here. I am available. I can do this for you now. Would it be a good time to discuss over this over the phone? You do it. Okay? That's what we're going to talk about in the next video. So the winning proposal is this. So number 1, use the pattern interrupt. Please go ahead and screenshot this and then you can write it on a paper and then you practice this. So from this point on, this is how you are going to do the winning proposal. Okay, so step 1, pattern interrupt. Number 2, begin solving the client's problem. Number 3, attach all your related portfolio. Step 4, summarize everything that you've just said. Recap all your plan. And then number 5 is your call to action. The ultimate goal is to have an irresistible proposal and you are offering so much value with all the intention to help that the client would feel sorry that they did not choose you at all. Ganun katapang yung conviction. Alright? I know sometimes medyo walang confidence kasi bago pa lang naman ako, coach. That's normal. And that's okay. You practice. Okay? Everybody started from zero, from scratch. Now, this is a sample job description. Ito pala, dito ko pala ginawa. Okay. So, this is what I did for a dropshipping expert daw yung hinahanap niya. Posted 30 minutes ago. Hindi ko alam kung tinuloy ko yung proposal but I'm gonna check later. Gumawa ako ng cover letter for this person. So, ito, to be honest with you guys, napakasimple lang nung cover nung job description niya. Parang, okay, I need Shopify dropshipping marketing, FB email marketing. Yun lang. Hindi mahaba. Pero looking for intermediate. So, actually, malinaw naman yung sinabi niya sa job description. 'Di ba sabi natin kanina, wag vague yung wag masyado kapag pipili ka ng client, wag masyadong vague or parang hindi nag-take ng effort dun sa job description niya. Pero ito naman kasi yung term na ginamit niya, Shopify, dropshipping marketing, medyo alam ko na, medyo maliwanag naman siya. So, pwede natin itong atakihin ng konti, pwede natin itong i-applyan, tapos you follow up with the follow-up questions inside the proposal na lang. Okay, so this is the sample letter that I created. Dropshipping is dead. That's what people say. I beg to disagree. This is my pattern interrupt. Instead of, hi, I am a freelancer, I'd like to, inuna ko muna to. It's up to you, okay? I'm not sure kung sinend ko to, but I'll check later on. So, this is my pattern interrupt. Play around with it. Huwag kang matakot na magkamali. After all, you're learning. Okay? Pag hindi effective to, try another way. Try another pattern interrupt. But what if it worked? Diba? Okay, at least meron kang ano. Kasi, syempre, ang mga client, iba-iba rin naman ang attitude nila. Iba-iba rin. Pwedeng merong client na hindi ito mag-work. Pwede may mga client na hindi ka pansinin, but the goal is nagpapapansin tayo. Okay? So, experiment. Same goes with Facebook ads. Meron kaming mga headline na hindi nag-work. Totoo yan. Meron kaming mga headline na nag-fail. And then you split test. Ang tawag na ay split testing. You do it again with another strategy, with another attack. Meron kaming image A. Halimbawa, I'm selling shoes. Meron akong image A and then image B. Kung hindi nag-work yung image A, within 48 hours, papatayin ko yung campaign. Gagawin ko yung image B. Ganun din. Very similar. The idea here that I did in this winning proposal is the same thing that I am doing with my e-commerce business. So, yon. Sample cover letter. If this doesn't work, change another one. Change the strategy. Okay? So, ito yung ginawa ko. Ayan. Ito siya. Kinapi ko dito yung, I'm gonna read to you kung ano yung ginawa kong cover letter. So, dropshipping is dead. That's what people say. I beg to disagree. Hello, my name is CJ, and for 4 years, I have been running my own e-commerce ecosystem, generating 6 to 7 figures a month consistently. And I want to do the same for you. Now, you might say, what am I doing here if I'm successfully running mine, right? Valid points. I have built a system and my business is run by my assistants all over the world. That's true. How about let's build you a system that works without you, a system that you forget that it's payday, a system that runs on its own. That is what I want to build for you. So here's what I plan. Ito na, pumasok na yung plan ko. I'd like to have an hour strategy call with you and see if we are fit to work together. I'd like to see the stores you have built and give my honest opinion about them. So nagbibigay ako ng plano dito kasi sabi niya kailangan niya ng Shopify dropshipping expert. So probably itong tao na to may store na to. Kung wala pa, at least I wanna know na wala pa siyang store. Okay? So, gusto kong ma-audit yung store niya kasi bakit siya naghahanap ng marketer? Probably hindi profitable. So, let's go ahead and see ano yung mga things na pwede natin gawin para ma-make sure natin na magiging profitable yung store mo. Alright? I'd like to see where you are in terms of sales right now. Meron ba siyang kinikita? Diba? Ano yung ballpark niya? Gusto kong malaman ano yung goal mo? What would you like to achieve for the rest of the year, for the next quarter, for the next month? If the client is reading this, what do you think will the client feel? That this person is concerned, that this person knows what it's talking about. Kasi nagbibigay siya ng plano right? I didn't say here, although at the beginning I touched point like I have been doing this for 4 years now. But it did not stop there. Kasi usually, yung mga freelancers, that's what they will do. Yeah, I am a top rated. I have 100% job success. I have 5,000 hours here. Let's talk. Ganun lang. Pero, did you give any pointers to the client? Like, what is your plan? Or at least, kung masyadong vague yung job description, give them a sample vision na envision mo. And then, if you're wrong, the way you envision in this business is not entirely accurate, then the client would know. The client would respond, yeah, no, it doesn't work that way. Then let's talk. Let's have a strategy call. Kasi not everything will be laid out in the job description lang. Okay? So, yun yung goal mo dito, na mapansin kayo yung cover letter mo, at pangalawa, sit down with them for a call, for an interview. That's the next step Okay? So, do you have KPIs? Are you sourcing your products from China? Remember kasi dropshipping siya, di ba? When you said that you were dropshipping, where are your customers mainly? Are they from the US? So, tinatanong ko siya. Now, I'd like to go over your Facebook and email marketing. Wala akong masyadong ma-research dun sa client. Hindi siya nagbigay ng store name niya. Usually yung iba kasi binibigay yung link nung store nila. This is what you're going to do, blah 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 blah. Pero since ito very generic, very one sentence lang. So I'm trying to, you know, to give out more information kahit medyo lacking siya dun sa part niya. Now, I'd like to go over your FB and email marketing too. So, sinasabi ko rito na aside from that, marunong din ako mag-market sa Facebook. And do you have any current campaigns? Are you running messaging campaign? What about chatbot? Okay? I'm sorry. So, ano yung point ko dito? I'm trying to position myself as an expert here. Kasi not all freelancers will do this for the client. Okay? I have built multiple stores in the past and I know what works and what not. There's a lot of spy tools o nagsasuggest pa ako dito. May mga spy tools kasi na pwedeng gamitin to know the best winning products in the market. I'm trying to hook the client that I will do this for you. So, sabi ko dito, these are just tip of the iceberg and I'd love to talk to you about this. What's the best time to talk? So, nagko-close na ako dito. Call to action na to. Are you available within the year? Within the hour? I look forward to speaking with you. How many of you are doing this? When's the best time to talk? Are you available within the hour? Kapag sinabi mo to, make sure na available ka ha, kasi baka mamaya ikaw naman yung hindi available. Nag-respond si client, ikaw naman yung wala. Kung hindi mo kaya within the hour, wag ito yung gagamitin mo. Nako ha? Alright. So baka sumagot eh. Another one. The client can also send you follow-up questions kagaya ng nakita natin kanina dito, di ba? Ito ang haba, ito yung mga follow-up questions niya. How long have you been doing freelance digital marketing? Will you be able to handle the project from end to end? Yeah, mga ganyan. These are called the follow-up questions. So the client can also provide you some of the follow-up questions to fully screen the applicant. Sometimes kasi hindi enough yung job description. These follow-up questions are directed to you as a freelancer. More information to get more information from the freelancer. So ito, describe your recent experience. Do you have any certifications? So this is where you do it. Now, how do you answer this? How do you answer all this? Number one, you can answer in 1 to 3 paragraph long. Number two, you can shoot a video of yourself. I know not everyone is comfortable with video, pero that's how you get the client. Kasi not everyone is doing it nga eh. Pero ikaw, ang habol mo again is what? To make you stand out from the rest. Mas matatandaan ka nung client kasi nakita ka na niya sa video. Tama? So, practice. Kahit cellphone lang na nakaganon, you can do that, okay? And then you can also share screen like what I am doing right now. You use the tool that I am using with you. Use the Loom, Google Chrome to show them of the previous things that you did and then show them your portfolio. So these are the multiple things that you can do with the client. All right, another tip, I told you this already, only send application to job proposals that are within 20 less applicants. So, paano mo makikita? Sa activity on this job, proposals, 10 to 15 pa lang to. And then, yung range, you have to be in the middle. High, not high, na super high, like 32 to, diba? Ang bid mo 40. Ikaw yung pinakamataas. Huwag ka doon. Doon ka sa gitna. Tignan mo, yung low niya 10. That's why it's important for you to see this, the bid range. Kasi baka mamaya nagbibid ka ng $3 dito, ang lowest pala is 10. You get my point? So be here, probably 20, 25, gitna nung high and average. Okay? Do we have any more slides? Okay. You can also check how many people the client is interviewing at the moment. So, eto, 0. Yung ini-interview niya. Nagbigay siya ng invitation sa 3, merong hindi pa sumasagot ng 2. The client viewed this application 4 hours ago. Okay? Price yourself competitively. Okay, nasabi ko na yan kanina. Oops. Nasabi ko na kanina yan, di ba? You be in the middle. And again, do not send canned responses. Make an effort to leave lasting impression to your client. Quality always versus quantity. You need to stand out from the rest. That's how you are going to get your clients. You can do this. Okay, I believe in you. You are here for a reason. You are amazing. If you don't know that, you are my student. You are enrolled here. Okay, so you are on the top of the top. I promise you, these things are not usually discussed with the freelancers, and you have an edge. So go ahead and practice, and I will see you on the next video.